Hey, it's Jave, Andy, Two Dudes Reviews.
Jave, Neal.
And Neal. Neal Middleton.
Neal
Look at this.
from Royal Bliss.
You know, you come
How
to
cool is
Vegas
this guy?
and rock stars come out, man. It's,
That's what I told all my friends when they said, "Why are you going to Vegas?" I said, "I'm going to go party with rock stars."
Yeah, why not?
And here we are.
I smelled you guys, and I just crawled out of my hole and was just like, I know they're here. It's time to party.
So, Neal, congratulations on, a pretty damn good career so far. I mean, to be doing it as long as you guys have been in the game and not kill each other or break up or, go completely nuclear is it's a feat, man. So congratulations on everything so far.
Thank you very much, man. It's been a wild ride.
You got a new record coming out. Tell us what's changed.
Well, I mean, it's all Royal Bliss. We always write where we're at, write our songs, our lyrics, my lyrics about just kind of my life and what I'm going through those moments. And past few years have been kind of crazy. We had the Prevo. We were doing some things like in the country world a little bit. It's like one weekend we're playing with like Keith Urban, the next weekend we're with Rat and Buck Cherry. And it's been a blessing to be able to do whatever the hell we want. Where it's like we don't have a label, we don't have a lot of people telling us what to do or even suggesting what we do. So I was like, yeah, that sounds fun, and I'm glad we did it. But man, we missed the rock and roll. Like we're a rock band. And, we lost Dwayne, our bass player, and we got rid of that bus, and we just kind of had a reality check and be like, who we are, we're Royal Bliss, and we need to play our music and write, Royal Bliss rock, man. And so finally we did that again.
Now, Neal, did you grow up in Salt Lake City, or does everybody just happen to culminate and get together in Salt Lake City?
Taylor, Jake, and I all basically grew up in Salt Lake. I moved there when I was 9 from St. Louis, Missouri, and then we've just been there ever since. And then Brian, our bass player, moved up from California, who's also the guitarist, Memphis Hennessy from Candlebox, that played with us for a couple years, his brother. So he was our merch guy, and then we demoted him to bass player. And so now everybody lives there. And everybody slowly, you go to Utah, you fall in love with some random super hot chick, and then you get married, and before you knew it, your whole family lives there. It's kind of weird.
Now, do you think that influenced the band, or your thoughts on music being in such a conservative, Mormon town like Salt Lake City, where there's not a lot of bar and nightlife, really, at least from an outsider's perspective. Every time I've tried to go there, I can't, find a place to get a cocktail.
It's definitely different. It's no Wisconsin, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Where it's our home, and our fans are from there, and we got enticed to move to California and Chicago and New York and a few places like that, but our friends, our family, the ones that built us from the ground up are in Utah. And I always kind of liked crossing the lines, where I even did some stuff at BYU. And here's this big long hair. At that time I had dreadlocks and piercings all over. And I was able to go into BYU and sing a song with John Schmidt, who's like the piano guys, and got a standing ovation. So I was able to show them, hey, we're just people, and we might not be a part of the majority culture in Utah, and it might be extremely conservative, but hey, us that like to drink and like to have fun and have tattoos and a little bit big and hairy, we're still nice guys that, we deserve respect, I guess, too. And I never wanted to give in to the major cities where everybody's like, you go there, you guys are going to be famous. It's, this is my home, and I'm proud to be from Utah, so it's good.
Well, Neal, you guys have been around for quite a while. I mean, long time, long career. And what do you say to a novice, a Royal Bliss novice? Because I'll be honest, I've heard your songs. I'm sure I heard them on the radio, but I've not been like a devoted fan. Sorry. I probably will be after today. Saw you this morning at breakfast. I'm like, holy shit, I've been missing out. But the reality is what do you say to somebody who wonders who is Royal Bliss and what should I expect when I put their music on?
That's a tough question even for us.
That's why he brings me.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, I mean, and a lot of fans will just say you got to go see them live. And, we do play songs all the way from, an Irish drinking song to a song that, it was a debut on CMT. And then you have songs that were top, charted, heavy, active rock songs. So we played with Marilyn Manson, and we played with, Keith Urban, and we played with Leonard Skinner. And
Okay, so who parties more, Marilyn Manson or Keith Urban?
Neither one of those guys. Well, Marilyn Manson's out of his mind. He's a party animal. Keith Urban's clean and sober and tiny and adorable.
Okay, but your short time in the country world, I heard that they know how to party pretty hard.
They do. They get down, man. Joe Nichols, I remember him. If you know Joe Nichols, he's the
outlaw country.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off.
Yeah.
And he got on our tour bus and got hammered. Man, he was out of his damn mind. But he was really cool. But yeah, I mean, rock and roll, country, it's very similar. It's all people that love music and love playing music, and that was the thing about kind of, blurring the lines there for a little bit that I got to see, and I got to write with country songwriters that have written, just these monster songs.
Tell me about a time where you were starstruck, because we all meet different people in this industry, and you tend to get a little jaded, but at your level, a time where you were just you were a loss for words because of who you were hanging out with.
I remember I got really nervous. I helped Billy Corgan work on his Swan record. And so he came out to Utah and worked and was doing it at the studio I was working at. And I remember being so nervous to meet that guy. And so he came into the studio, and he's huge. He's like 6'5", 6'6", or something, I swear. Or at least he seemed that way. And yeah, I remember like fumbling over my words, like, "Hey, I'm your studio manager guy. What, you want me to do stuff to you? I mean, for you?" And so that was definitely one of those moments. I mean, Smashing Pumpkins were huge growing up. So.
And you mentioned how tall he is, right? So
yeah, he's a tall dude.
The physicality has to be part of it, right? You're not a little guy,
no.
Right? I just said, Jave, move your ass over. Neal's as wide and thick as I am, right? But I experienced the same thing actually last year with Gavin Rossdale.
Oh yeah, is he super tall?
He's like 6'4", something
yeah,
like that. Just a big guy, super nice, right? But that size was just imposing. I was like, my God, I didn't expect him to be that big.
Well, it's like you add to their, star quality or whatever, their star power, and you're already nervous to meet them, and then they show up and they're tall, so they're even bigger than. They're already bigger than life to you when you meet them, and then they're tall and like towering over you, like, "Go get me a Jamba Juice." I'm like, "Yes, sir."
Were there any regrets? You had that Hollywood moment. You were on The Voice.
Yeah.
Did you walk away from that kind of disheartened by what people don't see on the camera or the whole process there? Tell me what that looks like.
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it. Probably not even allowed to talk about it, but I still talk about it. I mean, we were down there for 3 weeks. And people think it's like a day thing, but I mean, it's a full process that you go through, and like psychic evaluations and all these crazy things that you go through while you're down there. They take your phone away. They take a lot of things away to isolate you, and it just turned out to be a lot more Hollywood, just like you say it, like with the record label and the Universal Records and whatever channel was that, and NBC, whatever. And
NBC.
It was definitely more of a setup kind of situation than I thought it would be. And
were you told what you were able to audition with? What song?
Yeah, they give you the song to sing at
which is horseshit.
Yeah, I mean, they did say, if you really don't like it, then we can talk about giving you another one. But I was like, I'll rock this CCR style, because I was stoked to do. Heard it through the grapevine, and I'm like, I'm gonna go scream my balls off and have a good time and be myself. And more than anything, I wanted to bring some light to rock and roll, because that's all you hear on those damn shows are pop stars and people like that. So it was just like, I'm going to go up there and barrel chest.
Did you get a chance to have a tequila with Blake Shelton?
No. I heard he's fun to drink with. He was actually pretty cool. He was really nice. And that guy parties. Yeah. That guy parties.
So tell us what is on the radar over the span of the next one. We're getting into summer of 2019 for Royal Bliss. Obviously, you got a new single that's officially coming out in 2 weeks?
Yep. The single will come out in another couple weeks. We don't know what the hell. And then now we keep going back and forth. We're going to do a full-length album. We have probably 16 songs that are ready to release, and that'll come out hopefully this spring. We're targeting April 19th, hopefully. But yeah, we're hitting the road in May, I believe, with Devour the Day and Through Fire. And we're just going to be touring, pushing the CD, doing videos. We'll have another few songs throughout the year that we release, and I don't know, we're just still doing what we do, and hopefully with a smile on our face. And
Dynamite. Well, listen, if you've never seen Royal Bliss, they come to your town, go see the show. Be careful about buying this guy a drink or partying with him afterwards, because they're notorious, and it'll go sideways.
We'll let you know next time, because we're drinking now.
Yeah, we're doing the pre-drink, and we'll take a poster later, or a picture later, and then post it. And
Neal from Royal Bliss. I'm Jave. He's Andy. We're Two Dudes Reviews.
Thank you.